Nina Park's makeup technique has gotten so viral recently. People are making long form content about it, they're making short form content about it, and I really didn't want to try it. I don't know why. You know, I just feel like makeup artists, especially for celebrities, it's really hard to recreate what they do. So I wasn't interested in even trying to do a tutorial. But I saw Amanda Z posted a video about it on YouTube, and I loved her philosophy around how to approach this style of makeup. And after watching her do it, I thought, you know, there are some great tips that I can put into my makeup routine. So I think one of the most obvious things, and probably why you clicked on it from the title, is people are promoting products rather than technique and how Nina actually builds these makeup looks. I read an article that I will link in the description box, and it's by The Face, titled "If You're Walking a Red Carpet, Call Nina Park." As I apply my foundation, I am using L'Oreal True Match in the shade 1N. And one of my favorite tips from the article is she mentions she just works in very light layers, lots of layers. And I think that makes the skin look very natural and like you're not wearing a lot of makeup when you really are. And I also like how she uses more harsh lines around the eyes for the eyeliner, as well as the lips for lip liner. I feel like everything has been so blurred out recently. While also, I'm sure, again, that technique of blurring a little and then keeping different pigments more sharp. Now, I have been testing different color tones, different products that I have, not running out to grab any of the products she specifically uses. And I have found a way that I like to do it, especially with the eyeliner. But I've also realized I'd rather have a little more color in my makeup. Like that's one pump, and I am still only using half because I think going in with concealer will help. I've talked about this foundation in a recent drugstore makeup video, but I am going to do its own dedicated video because I just absolutely love this. I know it probably doesn't look like I've done a lot to my face, but that's why I like this foundation. It's not overly glowy. Another thing I like about Nina Park's makeup is I love how the skin just looks like skin and it's not that overly glowy makeup, where all of our products recently has been geared towards that. So it's nice to see a more natural satin skin. You're gonna get this from the L'Oreal True Match, and it is $20 at the drugstore, so yeah. Now I usually just go right in with my Tarte concealer, right on the face, put it under the eyes. But in the spirit of Nina, I'm just gonna take it on the brush, dab off the excess, and be really light. I went a little harder on the makeup yesterday, coverage-wise, and I did not like how it looked throughout the day. I put more concealer on my cheeks just to get rid of those acne marks. I always like to go around the nose because I have some red pigment there. And while Nina makes the person look very perfect, I'm just over that makeup technique. If I want to get rid of my acne scars, I have to use either very full coverage, which I don't really lean towards, or a lot more of the product I already have. I'm not as bothered with my skin flaws anymore. I just do a little light wash. It's a new one coming in, awesome. Kind of saying that more to myself than to you. What do you think about makeup artist trends? It seems like the makeup by Mario and Patrick Ta, even Patrick Star, these big makeup personalities for celebrities, it seems like their makeup brands aren't doing as well in Sephora as a lot of other ones. And even, is it Mary Phillips who does the underpainting, did a whole line based on that. It doesn't seem to be hitting the consumer like everyone kind of thought it would. It's a very interesting phenomena. If you have any comments about it, please leave it in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. I just have a little mirror, so I'm just checking out to see that everything is blended. I just feel like my skin looks fantastic. I'm really liking the finish, and I am just gonna fill in my eyebrows a bit, again, because we're doing layers. When she was talking about Emma Stone and her red carpet looks, she used a brow pomade, powder, pencil to get the desired look. And it's not to change my look, it's just to enhance it. Just to add a little more, you know? A little more definition to the brows. Bring the focus to the eyes. And that was just using my MAC eyebrow pencil in the shade Spiked. I couldn't talk and do my eyebrows at the same time. So now I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills and just gonna keep these up there. With Emma Stone, she had really bushy eyebrows. Mia Goth has very thin eyebrows. So again, it's not changing your eyebrow to look like everyone else. It's using products to enhance how your eyebrows look right now. She was also talking about in the article how the whole team, stylists, wardrobe, makeup, hair, they do a text chat and combine ideas to make sure they're all going in the same direction, which again is something that no one talks about. The hair and the makeup, like with Mia Goth, if it's a 90s look, they both complement that and they complement the dress. In this makeup article, Nina mentioned she uses a Makeup by Mario bronzing balm. I'm not gonna go out and buy that. Listen, I know a lot of people like it, but I have my Nudestix bronzer. This is the matte formula and it's in Sunkissed, so it has quite a red undertone. But I think why she likes the product is because it's so light on the skin. And I am so pale, I don't need bronzer. But it does add shape. Let's be honest. So you're probably not even going to see this on camera, and I barely want to see it myself. But just to add a little whisper of shape really helps bring everything together. I love this product. I've had it for a few years now, and I just think it's fantastic. Yeah, see how that's just barely anything on my forehead? And then just around here to carve out. I'll take the rest down. A little sweep across the eyes, because why not? I will say if you put this on the lid, it will crease, so either set it with a powder or do whatever. Do you? Now the eyeliner is what I've really gravitated towards because I used to love doing a nice wing with liquid eyeliner. That was definitely my look from like 18 to 25. I just loved highlighting my eyes, and I feel like since I've moved to more of a pencil formula or a cream pencil formula, I'm not enjoying the effect as much, but I found a way to make it work out, especially using the inspiration that Nina does. So I like to just do, okay, let's see if you can see this. And Amanda Z recommended this too. I don't like too much heaviness on my eye, just because I have hooded eyes and it will close it off. So just doing little dots will help thicken the lash line, but not make it look like this band that's closing it off. But then at the end, I do draw all that in because I want that thickness. And in my opinion, that's just gonna help me draw that line and make it look connected and really close to the lash line. This is the tricky part. My left eye droops a little lower than my right. So I like to look super to the side, almost to the point where I cannot see. And I use that angle, try to have my eyes in a neutral position. This is a great creamy liner by CanMake. I got it when I was in Tokyo. And it's great because you can just do, oh, hi Mo. Really small. It's so creamy and it makes it easy to use. I also do this side first because I do the other side better, so I can match them hopefully. See? Not bad. So that's what she does. I'm going to put in a little bit of black eyeshadow to help keep this and blur it out. Let's do the other side. They look similar, they're kind of neighbors, but that's fine. And now I'm just gonna take my Huda Beauty palette. I'm gonna use the black shade and just, I'm not smoking out the liner. I still want it to keep the line crisp, but it really helps it just stick there all day. And I think I prefer black liner on my eyes compared to the brown. Can you see that? Oh, too much pigment. I didn't do this side well. Nina Parks would not be happy with this line. Oh. And one of my favorite trends for eyelashes recently is, listen, I understand that they probably have single individual eyelashes on rather than a full strip of fake lashes, but to my eye, it just looks like they have really beautifully curled eyelashes. The volume is not too much, it's not too thick. And that's what I've been loving about this mascara that I bought in Japan. It holds the curl like no other. I think I'm almost done actually. I've been using it every day. It's hard to get off at night. You really have to have the patience with a makeup remover. So if you have any recommendations of drugstore mascaras in North America that really hold the curl, I would love to hear from you. It's a little heavier than what she would do. Listen, I did this perfect yesterday, and of course today I just can't do it. But let's move on to blush because Nina does the absolute opposite of what everyone else in the industry has been doing for years now. Nina Parks has no blush blindness. She likes neutral blush, very light blush. But I also think, again, this layering, it's what she does best. So I'm gonna use MAC in Blush Please as the base. It has a bit of a warm tone on me right now just because I'm at my most pale. And then I'm gonna put a pop pink. This is without from Fwee. Both of these formulas do not have a lot of glow to them, even though this is Glow Play Blush. It looks very skin-like. I would say it has great blurring properties, and she doesn't do blush up in here, which again has just been the most popular, even stippling it around the eyebrow. She goes for the apples of the cheek and brings it up. And really, that's it. I like to put blush in this area, but because we're layering, we can still do that. And I like to go across the nose just so there's some facial harmony going on. I find the lower blush is really attractive on my face shape. It keeps everything central and focused. Now without, it's just the most beautiful pink color. And I'm gonna layer that between the eyes here. I think this looks very spring-like, fresh, beautiful on the skin. And I do love my Hourglass powder. I'm starting to be able to see the pan, so I've been using this. It is a lighter powder. I find if I use a sponge, I definitely get more of that blurring look and a bit of a powdery look on my face. Not in a bad way, but just, it is what it is, where you don't see any powder on any of Nina's clients' face. So I'm just going to use my blotting papers. These have a very thin layer of powder on them. Again, I got these in Japan. I think brands in 2026 need to come out with blotting paper. And I'm just gonna go around my nose. To take out that shine from skincare, sunscreen. And I'm actually going to use this around my eyes too, because I want everything to look very smooth and harmonious. I'm happy with that. Now the lips seem to be what everyone is just losing it over. Now I tried using MAC Whirl, which is a mauve color very close to my natural lip shade. I tried using Strip Down, I tried using Cappuccino by Rimmel, and everything was just looking too heavy. And you know what? A lot of my lip liners are expired. I need to get rid of them because my lips have just been really irritated since using them. So I'm just gonna use Stone and create a shadow. This is another thing that I like about Nina Park. She doesn't change the lip shape. Emma Stone has like a longer mouth. She keeps the lips long with, what's her name, Mia Goth. She keeps the pout with Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. She has kind of a flat bottom to her lip. She doesn't try to round it out. So I think one of the big takeaways, here let's talk and do lip liner at the same time, but I think one of the big takeaways from Nina's makeup technique is she enhances features, she doesn't change them to match trends. And again, no one else is talking about that. You know what no one else is talking about? People having plastic surgery and how that helps with looking beautiful. I saw that on a Pinterest post, someone commented that, and it made me laugh. What did they say? Nina Park makeup sponsored by plastic surgery and photo editing. Oh my God. You think we would all be a little smarter to that by now? And I'm just gonna take a little brush and ever so slightly blend that in, because she does keep a harsh line of a darker color, whether it's more warm tone. With Emma Stone, she wanted to match her warm freckles, so it's more of a warm brown. And the lips actually look quite bare, so I think a water tint is the way to go. This one from Benefit, it is almost done. It adds a beautiful rosy color to the lips, but you still see lip pigment. Like that might even be too much lip tint. And I actually like the amount of lip liner I have on. And because my lips have just been abysmal, I got the Vasaline Lip Therapy, and it's helping. It's doing the best that it can. Because it doesn't look like there's a gloss, but I just want something comfortable on my lips. So as you can see, I am not exceptionally changed from how I looked at the beginning, maybe especially with my eyes. It is very light. I could go to school with this and feel good. But I will admit that I love a little bit more color to my makeup. I still really enjoy blush. I like putting some sparkle on my eyes. I love the Japanese style makeup where you accentuate the bags under your eyes, or you create them and you put a little glitter there. I just find it's more fun makeup to do, while this looks beautiful and is great for every day. So I thought I would show you how I'd make this a little bit more for me. I have the Rhode Pocket Blush in Date Cake, which also goes with her technique of layers, really light layers. And just adding a little more color to the cheeks. Because I found while I was trying to recreate this makeup look for the week, it didn't last throughout the day. My blush was gone. And I was just missing using these fun colors, a little bit more emphasis. And I'm also gonna put it on the lips. It's not that much more, but when I just love this color. It is so beautiful. Can you see it? It is such a beautiful color, beautiful formula. This lasts all day. Oh my God. So that is me putting my spin on Nina Park's makeup, where I love the layering. I love the eyes and more of a line, like it's harsh lines. I don't know, that's what I think it is. It's harsh lines on the eyes where it's not overly blended out, which was such a trend from a long time ago. Having a darker lip line, but not changing your lips, and understanding that the people who she's posting about have had their pictures edited. You don't know what enhancements they've had done to their face. It's a whole team to make them look that beautiful and put together, while I'm just trying to go to school and maybe look nice on the weekends. It's very different. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe think a little bit more about what you see on the internet and decide whether, yeah, it's always fun to do these trends, but at the end of the day, are you starting to not like your makeup? Because that is sometimes how I feel. Wear colors that you like, use the techniques that you like, because no one really cares out there in the real world. Got a little bit preachy there. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.